that I thought would show intimately what it is we do here. The main issue with the tuning, getting it tuned up, was the G string was sticking in the nut. Let's see if it, yeah, you can hear it. And so what that is the string is binding in the nut. You can see from the picture, it was wider than the neck. So it's kind of overhanging a little bit, needs a little finish work. There's no insulation in the cavity or no shielding on the actual cover. So if you get one of these and you're noticing noise or issues, you might want to treat that by insulating the cavity or the cover. You get a little issue where these divots are there, and the divots are there so that the strings, they have somewhere to line up on. And when you're playing, you can feel them. This just feel like if you ever had a dent in your fretboard and you can feel it. You can definitely feel that. You can see right here, it has, the vinyl's been smashed a little bit as they put the chassis in, and it hums a little bit. I can't kick the hum. I tried different power cords, different power supplies, different rooms. It just has a hum to it. The neck has shrank, and now the frets are sprouted very, very aggressively. On the website, it says that this is a 12-inch radius fretboard, but when I checked it, if you can look at the light coming underneath this radius gauge, you can see that it's a lot flatter than 12-inch radius. In fact, I had to keep going until I got to 20-inch radius before it was pretty much blocking all the light from coming underneath the radius gauge. First fret I come across, high. It is very aggressively sticking out, as you can see here, okay? I mean, I tore that, so you can see. And one day I went to touch the knob and I thought the knob was really warm. If you look here, this is saying this the drapes behind the amp is 77 degrees. This one's about 101. I'm kind of done. My hand's pretty chewed. Frets have sprouted. You have that one dead spot. So like I said, we would check to see what the wood on the guitar is made of. As you can see here, it's definitely not two pieces. This is one continual piece of wood. So there's no way that there's a maple cap. The other thing is this is not color consistency or even the grain type I can see of mahogany. This is not mahogany. Here we go. And there you go. Look at that. So it is trashed. I had to lower the saddles in the bridge. We'll tighten the truss rod just a hair, and I would run some sandpaper over the neck. And again, if all of that sounds like more than you want to do, well then this is probably not the guitar for you. So there's some pretty good options out there for not much more money. Hopefully before you guys buy one, you'll see this video and know to pass. Looks like the lid fell off. When I was looking at the back of the neck, I saw a scratch about a ½ inch long, very thin, but on the back of the neck. And I thought, how did I scratch this guitar? When looking at the original pictures, you can see the scratch right there. But more importantly, this scratch is underneath the finish. That's right. It looks like somebody in the factory scratched the finish and then clear coated over it. Another thing they do to cut the cost from the core models is they don't use one piece of wood for the neck. They're putting it together using scarf joints. And you can see I've traced out the scarf joint right here. As you can see right here, this looks great, but if we change the camera angle, kind of washes out. And you can also see right here that there's this, not a blemish, but you can see the piece of wood that doesn't look right. The slots need to be widened just a little bit. That's what was causing some of these strings to stick. These have the adjustment screws on them, and they're on the wrong kind of shafts. They're not solid shafts. So the problem is they were a little bit, when I got it, they were a little bit wiggly. So I thought at the very least I would show you how to fix that. That one's pretty bad. And as always, I want to thank you so much for considering subscribing to this channel. It really helps make content like that. I appreciate you guys considering it. Until the next time, know your gear.